everyone, welcome to Game Dames Vidcast. Today we're playing
Resident Evil 5.
Oh yeah. So in honor of October and Halloween, I thought I'd be playing some zombie games, and I've had Resident Evil 5 for a year since I got it on the Steam sale last year. And I really needed to play this game, so there I go. And as you can see, you can select chapters once you unlock them. Of course, when you first begin, you can only start from the very beginning. But as you go through the game, you unlock the chapters, and then you can just replay them again. And there's also 3 settings: amateur, I forget the middle one, and then veteran. I think if you go back the video there, it'll show you. And here is the inventory. Every time you start, you see what you've gathered so far, and this never changes. As you progress along, you always have the same weapons, so you can actually go back easier chapters and you're still using the weapons that you gathered in the later chapters, so you're much more powerful. Now right now I don't have a whole lot of ammo. I'm actually at the end of the game and at the last boss, and I can't beat him because I'm out of ammo. So now I actually have to go back.
You know where the mines are?
Past the station. Not too far.
Okay,
Follow me.
sorry, a little distracting, the voice over there. So I have to go back to previous chapters and gather a whole bunch of ammo and and things to beat this guy. But I'm at the end of the game right now, so I thought I'd do this overview for you guys. My first impression of the game was actually not that great because the controls I found were really strange. I tried to hook up my Logitech gamepad to it, but I was having issues because the buttons were backwards and they wouldn't register correctly. This of course does work great with the Xbox controller if you have that. Now of course I said I got this on Steam, so this is the PC version. I would recommend to get this on the console though. I'm sure it's a lot smoother, and you're probably used to the control on that as well. So I'm playing with a keyboard and mouse right now, and I really am not liking it. I did get used to it now that I've played with it for a few hours, but here we go. See, now because I don't have any ammo, I'm using this stick here, my glow stick, my electrical stick, to beat things because I'm trying to save ammo. Once I have more, then I'll be able to use my gun again. Now what's fun about this is, you get to pick up a whole lot of stuff from everywhere, of course, like most shooters. But you have a partner. Now this is Sheva. As far as I know, this is the first. I think this is the first Resident Evil where you can play co-op. You can play with yourself and another person, and they take they're either Chris or Sheva, and which is cool. Now Sheva right here is AI. I'm not playing with another real person. I'm just playing by myself, and the AI is actually quite impressive. And you can give her ammo, she can give you stuff. When you press E, you'll be able to see the inventory as you saw earlier, and you can swap things from each other, so that's really cool. And like I said, her AI is really smart, so if she has ammo that you are using, she'll give it to you, so that's really helpful. And of course she'll heal you with greens and all that. It was fun. Sorry. What I really liked about the game is that it is a traditional Resident Evil title. It does, it has the same herbs and all that, and everything's very familiar, but it's got updated graphics, of course. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. It does still have that gritty feel, but because it's in Africa, it's a bit more sunlit. So I think it's advertised as being both, scary in damp and dark tunnels, and also in really searing heat, which you'll see in the very first chapter that is illustrated really well. Not so much in this one. I picked this chapter to show you guys because I thought there was the most stuff to show. Now, as you can see, whenever you open doors or go down elevators and stuff, you need to have both people. And the first person goes in, they'll wait for the other one, and then it activates. Now, this is one of those dark tunnels. It's a mine shaft, and there's this lantern you pick up, that one of you picks up. And then the other one kind of covers you in case you run into zombies, which we haven't seen a whole lot yet. We've seen zombie dogs, but we will come across more zombies here pretty soon. Here you go. She's out of ammo, so we'll just have to take her over now. And woo! And this guy's like crazy head. So the zombies in here aren't very varied. They're pretty much the same, like 6 zombies, zombie models over and over. But unless you really look, you're not gonna notice. And of course, I'm playing on amateur on the easy level, so I get to look at things a lot more than you would if you played on a harder difficulty. I am noticing that, you know, since like I said before, since you can start older chapters with your current... Oh, this is kind of cool. You can stomp on things. And if you get close to enemies, you can actually... there's abilities that'll... melee abilities that'll hook up, that will appear. Oh, I'm having a hard time talking today. That will appear like hook and... I don't know what they're called. But you can basically punch things in the face. But you'll have to hit the right keyboard key. In order to do that, like the stomp, you had to push F. Now, there's a lot of puzzle thingies like that. Well, you need 2 people to accomplish, to finish. So here we go. So Chris starts, and then she'll take over on the other side. Now I was saying something, I totally forgot. I got interrupted by what was going on. And here we go. Boom. Boom. So... Oh, they're still alive. Why are you still alive? So I don't want to spend my ammo too much, so that stick thing is really good. Just to, yeah, they go down pretty fast with that. At least on easy mode. And we don't need the lantern anymore, so we go into the next area. Which there's a lot of zombies. You get to see the shooting a little better in this area. I do really enjoy the combat and the shooting. Once I was used to the stupid controls, I did find the shooting to be a lot of fun. Like, this guy just blew up because he had grenades on him. So you have to be careful not to punch these guys in the face or stomp on their heads, because they will explode. And they will hurt you. You can use the environment quite a bit in this. Like right now I'm going to climb on this crate. And I'm in an elevated area, so it's more difficult for the enemies to get to me. So that's really handy. Also, you'll see later in boss fights that you get to use the environment quite a bit too. And boss fights are won a lot more by intelligence and being clever and trying to see what you can use around you, than by brute force or how many rounds you can put into them. I mean, you can do it that way, but it's a lot easier if you figure out the best way to take them down. It's usually involves a certain type of weapon or something around, like a box, or not a box, but like a gasoline tank that you can blow up next to them or something like that. Okay, we can combine things. You can I don't know if you can combine certain ammo. I think you can, but I haven't figured it out. You can, of course, combine red herbs and green herbs. But you would know that if you've played Resident Evil before. Also, with your knife, as you can see, you can destroy crates. So, that's pretty standard RPG stuff right there. Looting. And now we're going to go up the elevator. Into the next area. The next area I think is more sunlight and stuff, and you'll see a bit of a cutscene. Here we go. Also, what's fun about the game is there's a progression from day to night as you progress through the chapters. So when you first start, it's broad daylight. The sun is really hot, like as if it's noon. And then right now it's almost dawn. And this is the guy you've been hunting for in the first couple chapters. So you finally found him. Now I did cut out a bunch of things already in this scene because I don't want to spoil too much. So this isn't actually the whole scene. This is just what I've put together there. Well, you can't even tell that I cut stuff out. There we go. He's not very nice. Actually, I like this character. It's pretty funny. And there's the cover system. It's really simple. You just get close to things and you push F, and then you aim like you normally would. With so it shows the mouse buttons I gotta use there to ready weapon. Okay, now we're gonna take out the guy at the. Oh, is he gone? No, the guy at the machine gun place because he hurts. He hurts a lot. And now we're gonna take over the big. Is it a Gatling gun? Oh, I'm so bad at these because trying to explain weapons in this game because I don't know my guns or artillery at all. You think I should. I do play a lot of games, but it just doesn't stick in my head for whatever reason. So I just know that certain ammo goes with the ammo that it says on the weapon, and that's good. Which is explained actually in the inventory pretty well, so if you don't really like me and you have no idea what ammo goes with what weapon, it's actually indicated pretty well in parentheses there on the weapon itself, so that's pretty good. And boom. And we're not gonna give that guy a chance to harm us too much, so there you go. Yeah, thank you, Sheva. She said good work. So of course, the first time I did this, I got owned because I'm like, oh no, stupid Gatling gun. But now I know what's coming, so it's a lot easier. There is a lot of replay value to this if you enjoy this type of game, zombie stuff. This is to me a lot easier than Left 4 Dead and a little less stressful. It is kind of the casual player's answer to Left 4 Dead, maybe. It's and it's not really scary at all. I actually remember playing Resident Evil 3 and being a lot more scared when I was playing it. I don't know if it's just the atmosphere or maybe it's because I was younger or something, but this game I didn't find scary at all. It is a good story. It's actually at first I didn't know what was going on. The beginning is very abrupt story-wise. It just kind of drops you in and you just figure out what's going on. Some people really like that though. So me, I was just kind of lost a little bit. But as I got to know what was going on and read the notes that are lying around everywhere. Oh, this is a badge here. It's like a hidden trophy. So they're kind of glowing green badges and you usually have to shoot them down from somewhere. So yeah, the sniper rifle really helps. Of course, you don't have the sniper rifle when you. Oh, actually, yeah, you just picked it up. So there you go. So I was gonna say you didn't have one, but you just pick it up right before this area. All right. Also, there's hidden treasures, like you see that glowy thing on the cliff there, that you have to shoot down, and then you pick it up later. So it took me a while to figure it out. I was like, how do I get that? And you shoot it down, stupid. There you go. Oh, see, so there's more partnering going up where you throw her up and then she takes the upside and you take the down and kind of create this anvil strategy. So that's cool. If you play with another person, you probably developed a lot of different cool strategies to take stuff down, especially bosses that might be a little challenging on the harder modes. Found everything on the oh, see, I shouldn't have done that. He was the blowy uppy zombie. Bad zombie. Sorry. So here we go. Pick up some gold. So I do like the graphics in this and the atmosphere. And a little bit more cooperation. And here we go. Now we can progress. Oh, there's... What are you doing there? Yeah, oh, it's a good thing we shot him and not punched him because that would have hurt. Alright, here's some ammo. Now we come to the boss fight at the end of this chapter. And I do love the cutscenes, and they do appear really seamlessly. So they're not jarring or anything like that. And here you go. Now, up to this point, I wasn't sure if I really liked this game, but after this chapter was really the turning point for me. I just kind of really got into the story and the fun of the game. The game all of a sudden became a lot more fun, probably because I got used to the controls, and there's some mini games once in a while that come up where you have to tap on the keyboards on certain keys, and that, I don't know, I found that was really fun for me, probably because I really like mini games in games. Mini game aspects. Oh, what's coming out? It's so scary. There we go. Big baddie. It's a big batty baddie. And then you'll see... oh, yeah. So, example of stupid dialogue. Chris is like, what is that? Okay, Chris Redfield, if you don't know, has been in most of these games, and, you know, he's got experience with the Umbrella Corporation already that's responsible for these crazy viruses that turn people into rabid zombies and turn creatures into, you know, these crazy, mutated things. So you think he would know? I mean, he won't know what exact creature it is because it is a new creature, but he would know it's you know, it's something unnatural from a virus. I mean, you can just look at it and figure that out, and that's, you know, why he's been asked on this mission to begin with. So the dialogue kind of really annoys me when it comes to that, just because I'm like, geez, Chris, why are you so stupid still? You should know. You should know. So, anyway, that really annoys me. I'd like the writers to be a little smarter when it comes to dialogue. And as you can see, this is how you take down this guy, is you lay down these proximity bombs on the floor, and he gets close to the bombs, and...
What can we do to slow it down?
yeah, well, that's what I'm doing, Sheva. I'm slowing him down. And as he gets close to the bomb, it stops him, and he's hurt for a while, and then you can take him down with a high-powered gun if you have, or I would recommend fire grenades, flame grenades, or whatever. And there you go. Now he's dead. And now we're gonna get picked up. Yeah. So there is, at this point in time, there's still people from your team that's alive. So that's good. Of course, you played this game before, so you know that nobody's gonna make it alive, other than you. But oh, spoiler! But no, that's pretty much a given anyway. Now, at the end of the chapters, you get this screen, which has, you know, how much time you spent, what the grade is, kind of stuff. Just stats, really, on how you did. Now I get to go through my treasures and sell, and we're just gonna skip Gat and go next to the beginning of the next chapter, just because I think this is really cool. This is where like I said, this is where I had a lot of fun and was the turning point for me, where I started to really enjoy this game. I mean, you're just blowing up zombies on motorcycles. How insanely cool is that? Okay, so here you go. This is part of the mini games where you have to hold on to, or not hold on, I'm sorry, you have to, that's what it said, to tap a key. And there's, you know, and it's very cinematic feel as well, which is really cool. So you're kind of torn between wanting to watch what's going on and having to pay attention to your keyboard if you play on the keyboard. If you play on the console, it's probably a lot easier. Now we're at the end here, and there you go. We're just blowing trucks up, and it's awesome, and we're having such a good time. And that's pretty much it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you come and visit us on Twitter at GameDames, and don't forget to tweet me at Cendres, CENDRES. Also, we are doing the Extra Life Marathon. Please donate to the Gamers for Good. We're trying to raise funds for Sig Kids Miracle Children's Network Hospitals. That's many hospitals are participating in that. My own is in Canada, BC. So you know, be generous and give just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but just something would be, you know, really appreciated. I haven't had any donations yet, which I'm gonna have to rectify pretty soon here, but I would really appreciate it. My name is Cindy Michaud on the Gamers for Good, so that would be awesome. Thanks, guys.